Pakistan demands rupees 15.25 billion pending since partition from India and Bangladesh. When it comes to Pakistan-India relations, it's not just the territorial disputes that refuse to fade away even after 67 years of the partition. According to State Bank of Pakistan figures, India and Bangladesh have to pay Pakistan rupees 15.25 billion. The value of assets occupied by India was rupees 6 billion at the end of June 2016, while Bangladesh had to pay more than rupees 9.21 billion. The division of assets and liabilities of the Reserve Bank of India, RBI, post-1947 remains incomplete to this day. According to the State Bank of Pakistan, SBP, India still owes it a little over rupees 5.6 billion, mainly on account of assets held with the Reserve Bank of India pending transfer to Pakistan. In other words, the country's central monetary authority believes India has yet to cough up money equivalent to the present-day value of the assets that Reserve Bank of India had refused to surrender to the government of Pakistan, although the latter was entitled to receive them post-partition. From the first-ever statement of affairs that the State Bank of Pakistan issued on its second day of existence, July 2, 1948, to the latest one released on June 27, 2014, the central bank has listed the unsettled claims on the Reserve Bank of India among its assets unfailingly for the last 66 years. The State Bank of Pakistan Issue Department, which deals with currency and the assets that underlie it, shows the outstanding claims on the Reserve Bank of India under two distinct categories of assets. The bigger chunk, comprising gold coins worth rupees 4.1 billion, sterling securities amounting to rupees 501.6 million, Government of India securities worth rupees 240.4 million and rupees 4.9 million of rupee coins, appears as assets held with the Reserve Bank of India pending transfer to Pakistan. The smaller chunk consists of India notes representing assets receivable from the Reserve Bank of India. While the first set of so-called assets is self-explanatory, the second claim on the Reserve Bank of India needs detailed explanation. As per the agreement between political leaderships of the two sides, the Reserve Bank of India was to remain the central monetary authority for both India and Pakistan post-partition, with Indian notes to stay on as legal tender in Pakistan until September 30, 1948. According to the first annual report of the State Bank of Pakistan for 1948 to 1949, the two governments mutually agreed to end the Reserve Bank of India's status of the common monetary authority from July 1, 1948, as Pakistan became exposed to grave dangers without the right to control its currency and banking. As for the Indian notes and coins present in currency chests in Pakistan on June 30, 1948, and the ones encashed during the next fiscal year, Pakistan was supposed to return these to the Reserve Bank of India. Subsequently, the State Bank of Pakistan was to claim equivalent assets against these Indian notes and coins from the Reserve Bank of India. According to historian S. Ajaz Hussain, total assets that the government of Pakistan was entitled to receive from the Reserve Bank of India amounted to rupees 1.7 billion. However, the State Bank of Pakistan received assets worth only rupees 1.2 billion. The difference between the claims and the actual amount surrendered by the Reserve Bank of India was rupees 490.8 million. Out of this amount, Indian notes representing assets receivable from the Reserve Bank of India accounted for rupees 430.2 million, while assets held with the Reserve Bank of India pending transfer to Pakistan equaled rupees 59 million. This means that original, unsettled claims of rupees 490.8 million have now ballooned to over rupees 5.6 billion after adjusting for inflation, exchange rate revisions and depreciation of underlying securities during the last 6.5 decades. That Pakistan will ever be able to arm twist its eastern neighbor into paying its claims seems impossible, at least in the foreseeable future. So why doesn't the State Bank of Pakistan simply write off the unsettled claims and rid its statement of affairs of assets that practically don't exist? In the post-gold standard era, the liabilities in the form of Pakistan's currency, currently in excess of rupees 2.3 trillion, are largely backed by government securities. That's why the assets in the form of unsettled claims on the Reserve Bank of India equal less than 0.25% of the State Bank of Pakistan issued notes in circulation. The State Bank of Pakistan spokesperson shied away from commenting on the issue. But several former central bankers the Express Tribune spoke to believe such a decision can only be taken by the country's political leadership. Doing away with assets, which owe their doubtful existence on the central bank's books to decades-old animosity with India, is likely to generate a backlash at home. With hyper-nationalist analysts frothing at their mouths on 24/7 news channels, any resolution of outstanding claims on the Reserve Bank of India appears improbable for now. The purpose is to compile a final assessment of the amount due against India and Bangladesh. The value of assets occupied by India was rupees 6 billion at the end of June 2016, while Bangladesh had to pay more than rupees 9.21 billion. According to State Bank of Pakistan figures, India and Bangladesh have to pay Pakistan rupees 15.25 billion. Thank you for watching. Please share, like, comment, and subscribe.